What is up, my goddess and my goddesses? It is your girl Lauren back with another video on intentional and healing. Today's video is just a quick little video. This isn't my usual. Usually I try to be very fancy with the setup and the editing. But I don't have to do that all the time. So today's video, I really want to talk about something quick, something that was just on my heart, and it's about desire and pleasure. This is for my women who are abstinent and they're waiting till marriage. I understand, believe me, I understand the whole mindset of going abstinent. There's many reasons why women go abstinent. There isn't just one reason that you can put under an umbrella. It's many reasons, right? Especially for the women who have went abstinent because of heartbreak. Like maybe every time they have sex, it goes bad for them. The people that they end up having sex with, they don't take their feelings into consideration, or maybe they stop having sex because religious reasons, waiting till marriage because that's what your God permits you to do. And this is definitely for my open-minded people. So if you're a Bible thumper, please do not thump me. Like, please, okay? For me, I was abstinent for 2 years because of my religion and also because of the heartbreak. Every time I had sex, I would end up having sex with men who completely didn't care about how I felt, my feelings, didn't care about me, didn't care about my body, didn't care about my health or anything like that. And every time I had sex, it just always went bad for me physically and mentally. So I just decided to remove myself from the conversation of sex, period. And I thought that solved my problems revolving around sex. For my women who are going abstinent for that reason, the problem isn't sex. The problem is you not being able to control your desire and your pleasure in a way where it benefits you. You're not taking control of the situation. You don't control the situation. You just kind of let shit happen to you. And then you're trying to put the main enemy number one, it's sex, it's pleasure. The problem isn't sex. Here's the thing. I want to let people know, religion has taught us that pleasure and desire is evil. You're evil for even wanting to have pleasure. You're evil to even want to have desire. And the only way that you can have pleasure is within the realms that we allow you to. Even talking about sex a lot of the time, especially in Black households, is a taboo. Especially in religious households, it's a taboo. Everyone treats sex like it's enemy number one. And since when is pleasure bad? What the fuck? Since when is pleasure bad? That's why we have the urges, and that's why we have the literally reproductive organs. That's why we have these things, because it's literally something that is embedded in us and is in our nature, and that's exactly why we are horny. Okay, I want to just push through, and something that I'm learning and that I literally have to unbrainwash my mind is sex isn't bad. Liking sex isn't bad. Being a sexual person isn't bad. It isn't evil, and it doesn't make you a dirty slut, skank whore. We have to get that religious, patriarchal brainwashing out of our heads, right? What makes it bad is when you don't know how to control your desire. You do not use the pleasure to serve you, but you're using pleasure to serve others. And that is what makes it terrible. And that's when it starts to affect your relationships and your mental health, right? And I want to say that abstinence itself isn't bad. If you feel like you need to do this to take a step away. But I do stress, do not just go abstinent and you're not intentional about the abstinence. If you're going to be abstinent, do some inner work while you're abstinent. Let's really have those conversations with yourself. Do the shadow work. Talk to yourself and really figure out why every time I bring sex into the conversation, things go bad for me. My feelings aren't being considered. I'm being mishandled. Why does every time I bring sex in the situation, things go left for me, right? Because a lot of the times it isn't sex that's your issue, it's you. And abstinence isn't the answer to the misfortune that happens after you have sex. Or abstinence isn't the answer. Like, you're not going to be abstinent for 10 years, and then after you're abstinent for 10 years, you haven't done any reflecting on your own behavior, your own mistakes, the reason why certain things happen to you after you have sex with men, or whatever the case may be, and think, okay, it's been 10 years since I had sex, now I'm good and ready to go. Because, girl, you'll break your abstinence after that 10 years and do the same shit you did 10 years ago. So the problem really isn't sex. The problem is fucking you. Like, it's you. And you need wherever you're struggling at, you need to tap into that. So while you're on this abstinence journey, you need to be fuck looking for a husband, fuck going on dates trying to see who can be your husband so you can get the next, so you can fuck. Forget that. You need to be focusing on yourself and journaling and doing shadow work and figuring things out. Because the problem may not be sex. The problem may be that you are a people pleaser and you don't consider your feelings at all. The problem may be a self-control issue. You don't know how to control yourself. So you end up giving your body to men who mean you no good. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're blaming sex when sex really isn't the issue. It's like the issue is your relationship with yourself. Men always disregard you and disregard your feelings after you give them your body. Well, why is that? You think sex is the reason? Sex isn't the reason. You should learn how to use this beautiful gift that we have and use it to serve you. Don't fucking use it to get fucking mollywopped. You're the one that gives pleasure at the end of the day. I mean, I guess like men and women give pleasure, but it's like a man is coming to you for pleasure. Like, without you opening up your legs to this man, he gets no fucking pleasure. So please start acting like the one who willed to the power. You being abstinent because you keep getting your heart broken, that's not going to fix the issue. And I'm only saying this from experience because I was abstinent for 2 years and I thought I was fully healed. I thought I had everything figured out. I went and broke my abstinence and this man completely demolished my feelings. Completely. It was up to me to either be a whack ass bitch and retreat and go back abstinent and just stay away from men. Or it was up to me to do the fucking work, pick up the pieces and realize, why the fuck did I let this nigga mollywop me like this? How? Why? You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like women who go abstinent thinking that's going to solve their problems, I really feel like they just ignore the fucking demon. You're ignoring your shadow. You're ignoring your shadow, and that shadow is not going anywhere. Your issues relating to men and how they treat you, that's not going anywhere. You need to confront it and talk to it. Okay? Pleasure isn't the evil one. Pleasure isn't the devil here. It's you because you don't know how to wield it. And you don't know how to use that shit to your advantage. To realize that you're the one that's in control. And then that's another thing. Like, why? That's like low-key a form of self-harm. Like, to keep yourself away from something that you know you desire. All because you just can't control. You don't know how to control it. So what do? I know what it is because, like I said, I was abstinent for 2 years. So what, you keep yourself busy doing this, doing that, so you can ignore the demon, the shadow that's following you everywhere. You can keep yourself as busy as you want. That shadow isn't going anywhere, and you feel it on you, even when you're busy. Even when it's just a quiet whisper, it's there. Why deny yourself a feeling good? Like, pleasure, it's freaking pleasure. And pleasure is a part of self-love. Like, pleasure is a part of self-love. Allow yourself to feel great. You're literally punishing yourself. Why? So if you decide to go abstinent with intention. Don't go abstinent because you want a husband, because that's fucking whack. Don't go abstinent because you want a husband. Go abstinent with intention. Go abstinent because you need to be real with yourself and say, I don't know how to use sex so it can pleasure me always. Every time I use sex, I use it and I get hurt. I need to figure out why. What am I doing? Sex isn't your issue. Your issue is you, and you need to figure that out. What is your issue exactly? I guess I can get personal in here a little bit. My issue was desperation. And when you're desperate, you settle for things and you go for things. And people can smell desperation on you. Because I was dealing with somebody who was very fucking desperate, and it almost was like looking in a mirror to my past self, like, oh my freaking gosh, is this how I was acting? Is this how these men seen me when I was acting desperate? Because you're not even telling me vocally with your words that you're desperate, but through your actions, I can tell. Through your actions, I can tell you're desperate as fuck, and it reeks up in this bitch. And it's so unattractive, and it's making me want to ignore you even more because you're not showing me any strength, any dominance, any nothing. So it's definitely making me 10 times more unattractive to you. And it was almost like looking into the mirror like, dang, is this how I was presenting myself to these men? And then when I would go have sex with them, I'm already feeling low about myself. I'm already performing and doing things because I want someone to just say that they love me, because I couldn't believe that anybody could love me. And after I get done having sex with them, of course I wouldn't feel great. Of course I didn't feel fucking great. But the issue wasn't sex. The issue was my relationship with myself. So sex really isn't the issue here. There's a core issue, and it's deeper than pleasure. Okay, if you already are on a low frequency, you're already vibrating low and shit like that, when you go and you have sex, you're not gonna fucking feel good after. You're gonna feel worse. Especially if you're already vibrating low and the person you're having sex with is beating you down even more. So it's like, and I didn't truly start to work on those whole 2 years when I was abstinent. I'm telling you, I did not work on myself, not fucking one bit. Not one bit. Because I was so consumed in trying to keep myself busy, right? To try to ignore the fact that I had this desire, this hot passion in me. I threw Bible scriptures at myself left and right, threw myself into church, threw myself to this and that to try to ignore the fact that I want to experience something. And I thought I was getting better. I thought I was working on myself. But in actuality, I wasn't. Because when I went and broke my abstinence, the same thing fucking happened to me. So my relationship with myself gotten better even as I was having sex. Even when I was sexually active. So it's not that the abstinence isn't the key to your issues regarding sex. The only way it can be the key is if you're intentional about it being the key. I'm abstinent because it's too noisy. I can't deal with this right now. I need to focus on my relationship with myself, my self-esteem, and how I can be a better manager of my spirit and my soul. So when I go out there and have sex and decide to indulge in pleasure, I'm going to have that motherfucker serving me, and I'm not going to be performing for it. I'm just learning now, like, especially because I'm not brainwashed anymore by religion, sex isn't bad. We have organs to fuck. All of this waiting until marriage shit, like, I think it's a tool to control people. Nowhere in my organs, like, if that was the actual law to me, this is my opinion, but if that was the actual law to me, it would be ingrained in my freaking organs. Nowhere in my organs does it say you need a ring to enter. Even the whole concept of having a ring in a marriage ceremony, it seems man-made to me. I don't know if God, the source, is actually, I mean, you think this, I'm getting deep into this, but I'll say this and let it go. If the source, God, whoever is up there whoever created humanity, if he or she hasn't even involved herself in the like of warfare, animals going extinct, depopulation, global warming, people dying, like some slavery, you think if that source didn't even come and indulge yourselves in the like of these things, to put it into these things, to stop these things, you really think it really cares about marriage? I don't know. You didn't put it into anything else, but when it comes to sex before marriage, that's where you're like, stop. You need to be married. It doesn't even make any sense. There's bigger issues in the world, whether if somebody's married or not, and marriage does not promise you prosperity, abundance, and some more. It doesn't. So that's just my little opinion. The problem isn't sex, the problem is you, boo. So if you're abstinent, be intentional on your abstinence. And don't try to distract yourself through abstinence. And don't try to Bible thump your way through abstinence. If you're abstinent, I'm going to need you to meditate. I'm going to need you to shadow work. I'm going to need you to look in a mirror. I'm going to need you to elevate your self-esteem. That's the best. If you want your abstinence to be effective, that is what you should do. Focus on you. Learn to be in tune with your body. Okay? That is what you should be doing during abstinence, if you're abstinent, in my humble opinion. But that's it. I love you guys so much. And that was it. Love you.